Whenever Robert came home, he sprayed high-strength alcohol around the doorway. He did this to mask his scent, so he would not reveal his location. Before dusk arrived, every door and window had to be sealed shut with heavy steel locks, so nothing could break in. At night he slept curled up in the bathtub holding only a gun and his dog, listening to the hissing sounds outside. Every time he woke up his face was full of tension. He always kept a gun within reach, because humanity had been infected by a mutated virus. The infected were bloodthirsty and attacked anyone they saw. The city had been completely taken over by the infected. Neighborhoods and streets were overgrown with weeds. Every building had fallen into decay. But once night fell, the city filled with bloodlust. The infected had no hair and their skin was dark gray. Their weakness was light. Exposure would burn them to ash, so they only moved at night. Robert was infected but did not mutate. That made him the last human left alive. Robert lived alone for 3 years. Most of the food in his house came from cans. When he had nothing to do, he played a round of golf on an aircraft carrier. Then he drove through the overgrown streets with his dog. For 3 years he broadcast messages to the world over the radio. Every day at 12 he drove to the New York pier, in case any survivors could meet him there. Even though no one had shown up for years, Robert still arrived on time every day, waiting for survivors who might never appear. Robert also wandered through nearby stores. He even set up mannequins inside. He greeted them and talked to them, tricking himself into believing the world was still normal. Every day before returning home, he took his dog out to search for supplies. He also hunted deer in the city. But something went wrong that day. The usually obedient dog suddenly seemed to realize something. It followed a deer into a dark building. The inside was completely black. Places like this were where the infected rested during the day. Going in alone was extremely dangerous. But the dog was Robert's only companion. He carefully followed the blood trail up the stairs. At the corner he found the body of the deer, and a group of infected packed together sleeping with their heads down. Robert held his breath and quietly stepped back. That was when he spotted his dog under a side table. It was not hurt, but its eyes were filled with fear. Robert realized something was wrong. He turned around immediately. An infected appeared right behind him. Robert reacted fast and knocked it back. The gunshot woke the other infected in the building. They rushed toward Robert. Just as he was about to be caught, Robert smashed through a window and ran into the sunlight. The infected dragged outside were instantly burned by the light. That was how they escaped safely. But Robert did not leave right away. Instead he began setting a trap. Robert never imagined that the infected he captured would lead to saving all of humanity.